Hey guys, so we are kicking off moving vlog number 3 today. So we are back in our Georgia apartment. We got back here on Tuesday morning. We actually got back to Atlanta at 5:30 a.m. We slept the entire day once we got back, completely slept off the road trip, the flight, everything. We recovered from all of that. And today is Friday. We are flying out and we are officially moving out of this apartment on Sunday, 2 days from now. So right now we are in like move out mode. We are selling everything. We've already sold a lot of our furniture. Yeah, I'll show you guys around a little bit, show you guys what the apartment is looking like. There's a really loud bird outside the window right now that Heidi is very interested in. But we're feeling good, honestly. So far this move has been as pretty low stress as possible for a move. We've both moved so many times. We've both moved across the country before, so we kind of like have it down at this point. But let me go ahead and show you the progress that we are making in this apartment. Both the washer and dryer are running right now, so hopefully that's not too loud, but this is the living room. As you know, the bed is out here. I just listed the mattress for sale. We're hoping to sell that like the morning of the day that we leave. We leave Sunday, but not until Sunday afternoon. Our flight's not until that evening, so hopefully we can just have the mattress here until the last night. But our TV and entertainment center is gone, that chair is gone, everything. The kitchen table is gone. I'm still waiting to sell that desk. Someone is coming to pick up the nightstand on Saturday. Someone's coming to get that today. This is the bedroom. It really hasn't changed a whole lot since you guys saw it last, but this is basically just our closet now, this room. And then my office is also looking pretty empty. I still need to film 2 to 3 videos, so I'm probably just gonna sit on the floor because we don't have any chairs. Hoping to sell that soon. My lights I'm selling. Still have my camera because I still need to film a couple of videos, and that camera is just gonna come with me in my carry-on on the plane so that I can just keep filming all the way up until the last minute. Today we're gonna go pick up some boxes. We're gonna pack those. So we are shipping a few boxes, probably 3 to 4 boxes. But yeah, I'm really just trying to take it one step at a time and just keep moving. Like just keep doing one task at a time, and then before you know it, we'll be done and we'll be out of here. So that's my mindset right now. I'm feeling good. We'll see how I feel tonight and tomorrow and Sunday. Woohoo! Okay, it is Saturday. We leave tomorrow. We have to be out of this apartment tomorrow. Our flight leaves tomorrow evening, so we have until tomorrow afternoon to finish up in here. We are down to the final stretch. My phone is blowing up with stuff I'm giving away, things I'm selling. B has gotten into something here. Okay, so I'm going through all of the rest of my products to decide what I'm actually going to keep, things that are going to come with me in my travel bag, things that are going to be packed into the box that we're shipping, and then things that I'm going to give away to either my mom or my friend. We're going to see both of them later today, so I'm going to offer them a bunch of just whatever stuff is left. Also wanted to update you guys on a couple of little empties here that didn't make it into my empties video. We have the Ilia Lip Wrap Reviving Balm. Just finished this up last night. I really enjoyed this. It did a good job keeping my lips hydrated. I would wear it as my nighttime lip balm, and it actually has a ceramic applicator. Yeah, that tip right there is actually made of ceramic, so that's cool. But ultimately, I don't think I would repurchase this just because I think it's comparable to the Kopari Lip Glossy, and that one is like half the price. So I'd probably just purchase that one instead, but this was nice. I enjoyed it. And then I also used up this Osea Undaria Algae Body Butter. This was just a little tub that was pretty quick to use up. I didn't really think this was anything that special. It definitely felt very nourishing. It had kind of a citrusy scent to it, but it was kind of gritty. So for the price, I did get this in PR. I wouldn't buy this with my own money, but I did use it up. So those are 2 more things that I finished. All right, I found another couple of empties, some like hand care empties in my purse. This is the Skylar Soothing Hand Sanitizer in the Sun Shower scent. I also have the perfume of this scent, and I enjoyed it. It's a nice, like, fresh, citrusy scent. Probably wouldn't go out of my way to buy this exact brand of hand sanitizer in the future, but it was just a hand sanitizer that smelled good. And then this is a hand cream from Andalou Naturals, the Shea Butter and Cocoa Butter Lime Blossom scent. Kept this in my purse. Really nice texture for a hand cream, very rich, hydrating, but not too greasy or slippery or anything. I didn't think the scent was anything that special, and I definitely prefer something with like a really nice scent, so probably wouldn't purchase this exact one again, but if I ever found a different scent in this formula, that I liked better, I would definitely consider picking it up. So those are the last minute empties there. And then everything else, this is kind of like an update or a follow-up on my big like beauty stash declutter that I did like over a month ago now, kind of preparing for the move. So as for the products that I am actually keeping, I have these sorted into 2 piles. The first one is products that I'm going to be packing in my travel bag so that I can use them for my everyday skincare routine for the time being. These are the things that are going to be packed away in a box. That is everything I'm keeping. So I have this is just the cleansing balm that I'm currently using to remove makeup. I've got probably about a third left of that, so that I'm keeping. My fresh new tube of tretinoin is a must. The Versed Autosave serum here, really been enjoying this. This has just been my AM serum, so I'm gonna just keep using that until it's gone. This is the sunscreen that I'm gonna keep with me in my travel bag because I can take it with me on the plane. We're not checking any bags, it's all gonna be in the carry-on bag. Paula's Choice Calm Mineral Moisturizer, SPF 30. That'll just be my go-to sunscreen for the time being. I'm putting everything that's left in my big Paula's Choice Softening Cream Cleanser into this little travel bottle, and just gonna keep that. That big bottle is almost empty, so I'll just put the rest of it into here and use that until I can get my hands on full size of that again. My current lip balm, the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Mask. And then this is my current moisturizer, the Paula's Choice Hydrating Treatment Mask. This is too big to take on the plane, so I just put as much as I could into this little contact lens case. So that's gonna be what I use for moisturizer. And then this I'm gonna pack in our box that we're shipping because I love that stuff and there's a lot of it left, so I feel like it's worth it to ship. And so this pile right here is everything that I'm shipping. So that hydrating treatment mask, this is like a hair detangler, Amika the Wizard, just gonna go through these quickly. This Bliss Mighty Biome toner and serum, really like that. That's almost full. So basically my thought process here is if it's either full or close to full and it's something that I like and it's not too heavy and it's not breakable, kind of taking all those factors into consideration, that's how I decided what to actually ship in the box. A few of my razor head refills, my contacts. These are the 2 sunscreens that I'm keeping, the Pipette SPF 50 and the Kopari SPF 30. Really like both of those, both mineral sunscreens. The Paula's Choice eye cream. This is gonna be packed in the box. I just don't feel like I need to have this at all times. Like I can just use my moisturizer for the time being. So these are things that I don't mind waiting until the box arrives to have access to. The Versed Emergency Fix Eye Mask. These 2 unopened serums from Glow Recipe I decided to keep, the Hyaluronic Acid Serum and the Ceramide Serum. Those are probably the next serums that I'll crack into, but I don't feel like I need them right away. And then I never ended up using these touch-up razors, but they're so small, take up so little space that I decided to go ahead and keep them because I do want to use these eventually. Those are those little like face razors. So I believe that is absolutely everything I'm keeping. I do have shampoo, conditioner, and body wash waiting for us at the new apartment, so that stuff we don't need to worry about. So then these 2 bins right here are everything that I'm going to be offering to my mom and my friend. These are just things that I don't feel strongly enough about to take them with me. And some of them are things that are like closer to being empty, but they're not quite empty yet. So if they want to use up the rest of them, I'm gonna offer it to them. So here is all of that stuff that I am not keeping. A lot of it was stuff that I wanted to try to use up before we left. I just wasn't able to fully use them up. Some of them are just things that, you know, are more than half full, but they're just like this hairspray and texture spray. I really like both of these, but these are so easy to simply repurchase once I'm there. They're both like pretty heavy and take up a lot of space. So I just would rather not take those with me and just replace them when we're there. This Paula's Choice toner there's a little bit left, but not enough for it to make sense for me to take with me. The Osea, this Osea body oil is almost full. The Shea Moisture Bubble Bath and Body Wash, nail polish remover, Pacifica body lotion. I'm not going to take any body lotion with me. It's just something I can easily repurchase once I'm there. This Cocoa Kind Ceramide Serum, Glow Recipe Cleanser. The Secure Seriously Soothing Cleansing Cream, I did try a few times. I just determined that I don't like it as much as my Paula's Choice Softening Cream Cleanser. I just found it a little bit irritating on my skin. I have very sensitive skin when it comes to cleansers, but this is almost full, so I'm going to offer that to people to take from me if they want it. This little sample of cleanser. This is close to being done. I just wasn't able to fully finish it. The Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops. This Youth to the People Triple Peptide Cactus Oasis Serum. I just didn't feel strongly enough about to keep. It's more than half full. Paula's Choice Azelaic Acid Booster. Oh, should I keep this? Actually, it's almost full. It's kind of small. I'm going to try to pack this in our box. Paula's Choice Discoloration Repair Serum. This is glass and heavy, two things that are kind of strikes against me taking with me, so I'm just going to pass that on. My mom likes this sunscreen a lot. This is almost full, so I'm going to give that to her. I just didn't need to keep all of the sunscreens that I had. This one I also think my mom might like, the Josie Marin SPF 47. This is good. I wanted to keep it, but I couldn't justify packing 5 sunscreens with me, so because this is in a glass jar or glass bottle, I just didn't want to risk it breaking, so that one I'm going to go ahead and pass on now. Same with this Osea Hyaluronic C Serum. Really nice, but it's heavy and glass and almost full, so I'd rather just pass that on now. The Cocoa Kind My Matcha Moisture Stick. I have another lip balm. Sonia Kashuk Brush Cleaning Spray. The Secure Overnight Glycolic Treatment I really like. There's a little bit left, just wasn't able to fully finish it, so I'll offer that up to them. This bath soak I never even got around to using, unfortunately. Haven't taken a bath in a while, I just haven't had time, to be honest. Dr. Bronner's soap, Garnier Micellar Water. There's a little bit left in there. A Cure dry shampoo, there's a little bit left in there. This I thought I'd be able to finish, but I didn't. This is the Giovanni Hot Chocolate Sugar Scrub. There's a good bit left in there. Kopari Starry Eye Balm, just don't feel strongly enough about it to take it with me. A little sample there that I didn't get around to using. And then 2 body butters that I also, these are just heavy and mostly full, and doesn't make sense to pack these. The Kopari one, really nice body butter there. And the Tree Hut one is also really nice, but I just can't justify packing those. So that is everything that I'm not taking with me. And then just this stuff is what I'm keeping. So really not a whole lot. And then this is what's currently in our shower. I think if any of this comes with us, it would be this Amika Flash Instant Shine Mask for hair, and potentially this Dermalogica Clear Start Foaming Wash. I use that for like my chest and back acne. And then this shampoo and conditioner, the Garnier Whole Blends Honey Treasures, and the Coconut Conditioner. These are both less than half full. I'm probably just going to see if my parents want to use the rest of those up, because they just aren't worth taking with us. We already have some at the new apartment. And this is almost gone, the Selsun Blue shampoo. And then this body wash is what we're using right now. A little bit left of that. And then this Tree Hut shave oil. I think I'll offer that to my friend as well. There's a good bit left. And again, that's just something I can easily repurchase once we're there. So that is everything. That's all of our product. So basically now, pretty much all of our furniture is gone. You can see this is what our living room looks like right now. Tala is on the bed. Our cat tree is gone. We sold that this morning, so the cats are kind of like, what do we do? They used to spend like all their time on the cat tree. So Tala's on the bed. Bee and Heidi are probably exploring all the piles of stuff. But we're basically at the point of moving now where we've gotten rid of all of our furniture. So as we got rid of each furniture piece, we just kind of took everything that was on or in that furniture and put it into piles on the floor. So now the task is just to sort through the piles. So right now, what I'm doing is just gathering together a pile of the stuff that I do want to pack into that box. I think it's mainly going to be clothes for me. And, oh wow, Heidi. Heidi brought her toy. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Heidi. That was very thoughtful of you. I'm also putting together a pile of things to offer to my parents and my friend, and then anything that they don't end up taking later today, we're gonna drop off at Goodwill in the morning. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to sorting things, and I will update you guys soon on how it all went. What's he doing, Bee? Watching. He's just curious.
Look at this.
And he's like, okay, I have to figure out a game plan for getting into this box. Got ourselves an empty apartment. Alright, I barely vlogged today, but we're about to leave and our apartment is empty. The cats are ready. We have their carriers here ready to go with pee-pee pads in them just in case of any accidents. Apartment's ready. Just about done.
T. We did it.
We did it. Good morning. So we are in our apartment. This is the first clip that I've filmed since we got here. We got here the night before last, and yesterday we basically just chilled. We went to Target to get some essentials. We went to, what else did we do? We went for a long walk, basically just rested. Today we're getting ready to go to Goodwill and Dollar Tree to look at what they have for house stuff. Yesterday was actually the 4th of July, so a lot of things weren't open yesterday, but today everything should be open. So we're gonna...
And discount grocery.
Oh yes, and...
Is that what it's called? Or grocery outlet?
Grocery outlet.
Grocery outlet.
Grocery outlet bargain market is the full name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're gonna go check that out, see what they have. The cats, I know you're all wondering about the cats. You're like, yeah, we get it, but what about the cats? How are they doing? They are doing so well. They did so well on the plane. I'll talk more about that soon, but they're acclimated. They're loving the new apartment. Yes, ma'am. Tala and Heidi especially seem to be loving just the city sounds. We've been keeping the windows open because we don't have AC. Most places don't here, so it just keeps the place cool. And the cats have been loving just sitting on the windowsill looking out. Bee has been a little bit nervous, but she's doing great. She's really doing very well.
Doing very well.
Yes, this was Bee's first time moving, so she's the...
Do you want to help?
Yeah, she's like, Dad, hold me. Dad, hold me. Yeah, she's doing great, though. Yeah. We're happy. We're here. We made it here. It's so nice and surreal to be here.
So it is surreal. So yesterday was surreal, even though we did so many things around Seattle.
Kitty feet.
Kitty feet. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Who's got big feet?
Big feet. Who had big feet for so long?
And the cats also have been so cuddly with each other, which they never used to actually cuddle, like right up next to each other, but I'll insert some pictures here. Last night, Heidi and Bee they had both of their heads just like pushed together, sleeping.
Each other. This morning, Bee and Tala were sleeping next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, we're loving it. We're loving it. We don't have, obviously we haven't set up much yet because we just got here, but we do have a mattress. Yay. It is our first ever king-sized mattress, which has just been amazing. The cats love it.
The cats love it.
I think they might love it even more than we do. I mean, we love it though, but they're obsessed. They've been on it all day, every day. This is the future Sarah Rose YouTube channel headquarters, this room right here. So right now all it has is Tala's pineapple in it, which she surprisingly hasn't used yet, but she's just been so busy hanging out with us.
Yeah, she's got to set up her
special
spots, and we may move it.
Almost got it. There you go. You did it. B is so big. The other two have no problem jumping up there, and B is like, She struggles.
She's a chubby doll.
She's like double the size of her sisters, so. Good girl, B. See, there's Heidi joining her.
They love the city.
They love the city. They're
the
city
sights,
kitties.
The sounds, the smells. So many.
B was a little scared of all the sounds.
She didn't know what to think.
Because we never used to have our windows open in our old place.
No,
that was totally foreign
way
to
too
her.
hot.
But Heidi and Tala have both lived. Heidi's lived in Seattle before.
And Tala's lived in LA.
Yeah. So they both are like, oh yeah, we know about this. We know about city living. Yeah. Tala especially seems to be just thriving here. Like she seems to have really come alive. Have you come alive, Tala? Have you come alive? Yes. Oh, but one thing that we have set up is our shower curtain and bath mat. We got these from Target yesterday. For some reason, whenever I move into a new place, the first step is to get a shower curtain. I just feel like it's such a quick, easy thing that just brings the whole place together. It starts to make it feel a little bit more homey. And I am absolutely obsessed with this one. This was the last one of this style that they had at our Target, and it was the only one that like really called out to me. And I just love those colors. The blue, yellow, and green is just so bright and fresh looking. We got that matching mint green bath mat. I'm thinking mint green is gonna be like one of our main colors because we also got the same color sheets for our bed. Okay, so we found so much good stuff at Goodwill. We had a field day. We weren't expecting, we were just gonna pop in and see if they had any good, maybe pots or plates, things like that, but we got a ton of good stuff, including a TV, which we weren't expecting to be finding today. But we got this Samsung flat screen. It was $100. We were able to plug it in and make sure that it turns on and everything, and it works.
Yeah.
So
it's probably gonna be great.
Yeah. Really excited about that. So we have a TV now. Yay. Also found, I don't know if you can see this, but found a really good monitor, which was only like $15 that I'm going to use for filming. It's just nice to have, like, instead of just the really small viewfinder, it's a game changer to have an actual monitor. And pretty much any computer monitor will work, I think, as long as you have the right adapter.
Yeah.
So
also Samsung, keeping it in the family.
Yeah.
They just had almost all Samsung.
Yeah, lots of Samsung there. Their kitchen selection was really good.
Really good.
The pots and pan selection was not as good, but the dishes were amazing. We went to the Ballard Goodwill. I've been to some others that are much smaller, but Ballard Goodwill is where it's at for like home stuff.
Yeah,
they had
it was
really
great.
good selection. We had a great time.
Great.
We were like, whoa. So we got one really nice pot.
It's like a medium-sized
Yeah,
pot.
a good medium pot, but nice and deep. So that'll be
Yeah.
really good to have. We only brought one like really large pot with us, and then we brought all of our pans. So we just need a couple pots. So that'll be really good. Now all we really need is like a small pot, and then we'll be all set.
Yeah.
We also got a nice 9 by 13 inch pan for the oven. This should work for most oven things. That was $6. That big pot was $13. Things are not super cheap there. I mean, things like the actually really nice things, they're gonna cost more, but it's still cheaper than this pot would have been at Target.
Yeah,
So,
that's for sure. And it looks basically unused, so.
Yeah, it really does. Like, it looks brand new. We also got for the kitchen this wooden utensil divider, which actually is really cool. Oh wow! So these are.
It slides open if your drawer's bigger.
Yeah, which
wow.
this actually will be.
Yeah, we have a really big drawer, which is why I picked it up.
Wide
Yeah.
drawer. Wow, great find. Great job there. This, yeah, perfect for utensils.
It's right here. I think it was $8.
Yeah, $8 for that. Wow. So that was very well priced for such a sturdy thing there. Then Nathan also spotted these plates.
Yeah.
Here's what those look like. And I showed you guys our shower curtain earlier. It goes perfectly with the shower curtain. Not that we were necessarily trying to coordinate our dishes with our shower curtain.
And our bed sheets too now,
yeah,
with the mint green and everything.
So we've got this kind of blue, yellow, and mint green vibe going on. I'm not sure like how much we're going to continue with that, but I think like that's kind of our color palette right now. So these plates, we found a set of 4 of those for $6.
Yeah.
And that's not all. He also spotted the matching bowls. So we got, actually, there were 2 separate sets of those bowls that match. This was a set of 4 for $6, and then another set of 3 for $5. So now we have 7 bowls, which is enough for us.
Yeah, we use bowls.
We use a lot of bowls, so that's a perfect number. And then, so those are kind of our smaller plates, and then he also found these larger square plates that are just a plain white. They don't necessarily match, but they go perfectly.
Yeah, they're just the same white and same square, and it's like soft, rounded edges and everything. So it kind of fills out our plate.
3 for $7.99, and so we'll probably eventually want to find a few more large plates.
Yeah, definitely.
But this will get us started perfectly. And plain white square plates are not that hard to find, so very excited about that. Another dish find. I just thought this was so cute. At first I thought maybe we should get it for us because it's so cute, but then I thought these would make the perfect cat bowls.
They really do.
And actually, I never even looked at the bottom one, so I'm guessing it's the same, but...
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So it's these 2 matching kind of more shallow bowls.
They're so pretty.
They're so pretty. It says Trattoria Sardina, and it has a little fish on it. These are going to be for our cats, for their cat food. And I really like to look for cat bowls that have a decent amount of like a side lip to them so that the food doesn't go flying everywhere, like what's happening there. But it's also nice and shallow so that it doesn't give them whisker fatigue, which apparently is a thing. So yes, that was great. And that was a set of 2 of those for $3. They had so many cute things with just such character at this Goodwill.
A lot of beautiful prints or patterns or
like there was so much
subjects,
nice china. I got some footage in the store too, so you'll be able to see a little more of like the selection. But they also had a great mug selection. So we picked out 3. The first one we spotted was this cat one,
which has a cute fish print on the inside as well.
Yeah, there we go. That was super cute, and that was $2 for that mug. So then this one jumped out at us. We didn't even notice it at first, but it was kind of like right there staring at us. Isn't that adorable? And it's yellow on the inside. And of course we love bee things because we have a cat named Bee. That was also $2. And this feels like a really good, like sturdy mug.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, it's
heavy,
really pretty.
Nice, kind of taller than your average tea mug. So that was good. And then the final one. This one also jumped out at us. A little black cat. This one was also $2. It wants to focus on Nathan's face. Yeah, there we go. And on the inside it says, pause and reflect. Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to use that. Then we also got some mixing bowls.
And there's a decorative bowl in there.
Yes, I just couldn't pass that one up. This one was just so pretty to me. It's like this blush pink tinted glass bowl. Make a good salad bowl. That was $5. And then we basically got a small, medium, and large mixing glass bowl. So this is the large. Nice, what does that say? 4 quarts there?
So a gallon.
Yes. I don't know why it's... and then these 2 are actually Pyrex brand. I think these are meant to go together. This one is, it really doesn't matter, a medium and a small. So we've got all of our mixing bowls covered. And I just like glass. I'm glad we found good glass.
Yeah,
ones,
it's
our
good
last
glass,
ones were plastic and they were fine, but these are gonna last forever. So found a paper towel holder, very heavy and sturdy. It's actually from the Target Threshold brand and matches with our stainless steel. We have a few stainless steel things in here, so that'll go well with that. Now we have a place to put our paper towels. That was $6. And then that's all the kitchen stuff.
That's all the kitchen stuff from Goodwill, yeah. And then we went to Dollar Tree.
Yes, there's one more thing from Goodwill.
Oh yeah.
This cute little envelope, metal like gold envelope wall hanging that you can use to like keep, mail and stuff. That was $6. So then we went to Dollar Tree. In our previous apartment, we had bought all of our glasses from Dollar Tree. They have really good glasses and cups there, so if you're ever, and honestly dishes too, like if you're ever in need of a few of those things, Dollar Tree is the way to go. So we got And these are the exact same glasses that we
Same
had in
ones.
our other apartment. We love them so much.
It's a taste of home!
So this is what they look like. They're really pretty and unique. They have these kind of divots in the side, and it's kind of like a textured glass. Really pretty. So we got 8 of those. So now we're all set on glasses. And then just a few more things. I got a pair of cleaning gloves. I just like using these if I'm like scrubbing out the litter boxes or doing other gross cleaning tasks. It's just nice to have. Got some tissues there and a placemat that we're going to use for the cat's bowls. Is actually the exact same one that we had in our other apartment as well. Super basic placemat.
A taste of home!
Oh my god. You're insane. And then another cat thing. Another taste of home.
A taste of home!
Another
It's a taste of home!
It's crazy. We also had these in our other apartment, so yes. Got 4 of these. These are little mats that are perfect for putting right outside the litter box so that they can not, well, it reduces the amount of litter that gets tracked all over the floor, so.
It keeps litter from hitting the floor and like spreading out. It just hits the mat and stays on the mat.
So yeah, great litter box mats. They're ribbed floor mats. Very, you know, cheap mats, but they're perfect for that. They worked so well in our last apartment that we got 4 more because we are going to have 4 litter boxes because 3 cats, they poop and pee a lot, you know?
A lot.
So.
Yeah, need it.
Yeah, so that's our haul. I think that's everything.
It's a good day.
It was a great day. We had so much fun. So we've been here for a week now and things are really starting to come together at the apartment. I'm really making a point though this time to take it slowly when it comes to furnishing the apartment because I feel like in past moves, I've just been so like, I want to get everything furnished like right away. And I'm trying to just take it a lot slower this time because I want to make sure that we actually like everything that we get, you know, furniture-wise and everything. So if that means that our mattress is on the floor for the first 2-3 weeks, who cares, you know? We'll get a bed frame eventually, but like 3, 4, 5 months from now, we're not even going to remember that it took, you know, more than 1 week to furnish the whole apartment, you know? So I do want to show you guys a couple of pieces that we found so far. Doing most of our furniture shopping on Facebook Marketplace, just because you can find some really good used stuff there. Also, we've been going to Goodwill every few days just to see what they have. We've gotten pretty much all of our kitchen stuff, like dishes, from Goodwill. I do want to show you guys a few of the things we've got, but first I do want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's vlog, which is Skillshare. I've worked with Skillshare a couple of times on my channel in the past, and I'm very excited to be working with them again on today's video. So if you've never heard of Skillshare before, it is an online learning community with thousands of classes in any topic you could think of, basically. So if you are maybe wanting to pick up a new skill like gardening or illustration, or maybe you're trying to make a career pivot and you want to kind of enhance your resume, have classes in web design, photography, music, film and video, all kinds of things. The class that I'm currently taking that I think could be useful for a lot of people is called iPhone Photography. It's all about how to take pro photos on your iPhone. It's taught by Dale McManus on Skillshare. It's a 55-minute class full of so much information and tips on how to take really, really good photos on just your iPhone. And with, you know, social media being a big part of my job, I do rely on my phone a lot for taking photos, and there's a lot you can do with an iPhone, I've learned. There's so many little tiny tweaks that I've learned, little settings that you can change in your iPhone to take even higher quality pictures that look like they're taken on a much, much fancier camera. So I'm having so much fun with this course. Highly recommend it if you're looking for a class to take on Skillshare. So if you're thinking about checking out Skillshare, they are offering the first 1,000 of you who use my link a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So it's a great way to check it out, see if you like it. You'll have complete unlimited access to all of the courses on there for a whole month, which is a really great deal. So if you're interested in checking that out, I will have that linked in the top of my description box. But thank you so much to Skillshare for supporting my channel and sponsoring today's video. And let me turn you guys around and show you some of our awesome furniture finds. So I wanted to show you guys just a few little apartment things that we've gotten. This right here is my soon-to-be filming room. I'm just waiting for my lighting to get here. I ordered some new lighting equipment, so once that comes in, I can set up and start filming some regular sit-down videos. But I wanted to show you guys a couple little pieces we've gotten so far for the apartment. So first up is this adorable dresser. We actually got this for free from someone in our local Buy Nothing group, which I know I'm always talking about the Buy Nothing group. I'll link their website below where you can search to see if you have a local group near you. We just went to pick up some hangers from one of our neighbors, and she said that she's moving out, and she was like, do you guys want a dresser? And we were like, sure, we'll take it. It was small enough to fit in our car, so we were able to pick it up, and it's this really pretty green color, kind of like a chartreuse. I think it's super cute and just adds a lot of life to the room. Turn the brightness down. This is a little salt lamp that we found at Goodwill, and we just thought it was super cute that it was in the shape of a cube. Got a candle from Trader Joe's. This peach black tea is their current seasonal candle. Smells so good. Can't wait to light that. And I also got from someone on Facebook Marketplace this super cute cloud lamp. Let me turn it on. Okay, it's kind of hard to see it lit up on the camera, but hopefully that gives you a good idea of what that looks like. But that's actually originally from IKEA. I just thought that was so cute. I might use it in the background of my videos, or might just use it as kind of like a lamp near our bed. We'll see, but it can be hung on the wall. Eventually we'll do that. And then this little guy is a hanging shelf that I think we're actually going to put, you can see it has little holes where you can mount it onto the wall. It's pretty lightweight. I think we're going to put this above our toilet for some extra bathroom storage because it's nice and narrow. We have a pretty narrow space above the toilet between like the tub and the sink, so I think this is going to fit perfectly there. And speaking of Facebook Marketplace, I wanted to show you guys our newest find on there. This dining set we found on there for $250, and I don't know if you can tell, I'll move this chair out of the way so you can see it better. It is a fully glass table. B is so cute. Oh my god, I cannot. It's a fully glass table, originally from West Elm. Original price, $800. And we got the table and 4 chairs for $250. So feeling pretty good about that. I feel like that was a great deal. Honestly, I wasn't sure about the all glass, but now that we have it, I am in love. It's the perfect size for the space, and I just think it looks so modern and classy. And because it's clear, it just keeps the space feeling nice and big. And I also love these chairs. The cats are loving them too. But we were looking, and even a set of just these chairs, I think even a set of 2 of chairs like this often costs $250 like on its own. So I feel like that was a steal. It's in really good condition. Very happy about that. Okay, so I wanted to make sure in this vlog to talk a little bit about flying with the cats and what our experience was like. Obviously the day of, I wasn't able to really vlog much about it. I did take a little bit of footage at the airport so you guys could kind of see the process. But now that it's all said and done, I would love to share kind of our experience with it and kind of how it went, any tips that I have. So this was not our first time flying with cats before. Nathan had flown with Tala before, and I've flown with Heidi before. B was the only one that had never flown before. So for us, our #1 priority was that the cats would be in the cabin with us on the plane. The alternative would be to have them in the cargo of the plane down below, like where the luggage is and stuff. If your pet is over a certain size, like if a pet can't fit in a small carrier about this size, you would have to put them in the cargo of the plane. So most airlines will allow you to have a small pet in the cabin with you under the seat in front of you. However, most airlines say you have 3 cats, you need to have 1 person per cat in order to fly with those 3 cats. Alaska Airlines is the only airline I know of in the US that allows more than 1 pets per person. So they allow a total of 5 pets in the cabin at a time, and we were able to fly with our 3 cats with us in the cabin as long as we purchased 3 seats all in a row. So that is what we did. Check whichever airline you're using to see what dimensions their carrier has to be. I've found that there's a little bit of leeway as far as the inches. 2 out of our 3 carriers are technically too big according to their dimensions, but no one said anything. If you want to be on the super safe side, get one within the dimensions, but I've just found that it's hard to find carriers that are actually within the exact dimensions that the airline says it has to be. And if you look on Chewy, there are a lot of carriers, and it has to be a soft-sided carrier, by the way, so it can't be a hard plastic carrier. It has to be one like this. A lot of the soft-sided carriers on Chewy will say airline approved. So you know, I don't know who regulates that, but I just went with ones that said airline approved. This one right here, so I'll show you the 3 carriers that we have. This is the one that I used with Heidi the first time I flew with her. It is the smallest, and this one is within like Delta's dimensions, which it was the only one I could find at the time that was within those dimensions. Now, I don't actually recommend this one. I think they do still sell this one on Chewy. I don't recommend it because it's Velcro. Both Bee and Tala have absolutely just torn through this Velcro before. Not at the airport, but like when we used this to take them to the vet in the car, like they were able to get out and get their heads through this really easily. Now, Heidi, being the sweetest, most precious angel, she never tries to get through the Velcro. So this is the one that we used for little Miss Heidi. She's also the smallest of our 3 cats, so that was good because it was the smallest for her. And then these are the other 2. I do recommend both of these. I'll link them both below. This one is like just a hair longer. So this is the one that we used for Bee because she's our biggest cat. So we wanted her to have the longest one. Both of these are really good, really sturdy, no Velcro, no way for them to get out unless they were to chew through the mesh or something, but really they're very secure in there. And this one actually is the most secure. If you have an escape artist who might try to get the zipper open, you can actually clip the zipper closed. See that? So they won't be able to get through that. It also has a little zipper pocket on the side and a travel water bowl. So as far as what you need to do to prepare, obviously book your tickets ahead of time and talk with the airline. With Alaska, we had to call in order to book the pets. Then leading up to the flight, we made sure to have their carriers, and we wrapped each of these carriers comes with a little like soft bed in the bottom like this that you can take out. So we wrapped each of these with a like pee-pee pad, a puppy pad, training pad, whatever you want to call it, just in case of an accident. And we did end up having one accident this time. Tala did poop in her carrier. Keep your fingers crossed that that won't happen, but Tala did have a little nervous poop right when we got to the gate, so Nathan just took her into the bathroom and held her and just threw away, was able to clean it up easily with the pee-pee pad. And we should have had extra pee-pee pads with us, but I forgot to pack those, so ideally he would have wrapped the bedding with a fresh one, but it was fine. She didn't end up having any other accidents after that, luckily. And then we made sure to take their food away about 3 hours before we were going to be putting them in their carriers. That way they would have enough time to hopefully be able to poop so that they wouldn't be eating right before and then maybe having to go to the bathroom like a couple hours later when they're already in their carrier. So that's really the best you can do as far as preventing accidents. Maybe if you can, bring some like pet grooming wipes with you, just in case it happens if you need to wipe their fur down. We didn't do that. That probably would have been a good idea, but luckily Tala didn't get too messy when she had her accident. So I also did, and I actually kind of learned this the hard way, so I can tell you guys this now, but I thought it would be a smart idea to pack like a Ziploc baggie of litter with me in my suitcase. And I also took this really small kind of like wash basin that we had. I packed that in my carry-on because it was small enough to fit in there, with a Ziploc bag with some litter, just in case. I was thinking worst case scenario is our flight gets delayed, so the cats are in their carrier a lot longer than we had originally expected. This way we'd be able to maybe take them to like one of the single, family restrooms in the airport and give them a little pee-pee break if they needed it. However, I don't know that I would recommend doing that because I did get stopped at security and they had to search my suitcase, which took like 15 minutes. They did let me keep the litter and the tray in my suitcase after that. They didn't throw it away. They just wanted to search it. So makes sense. In hindsight, that makes sense. I should have expected that to probably ring an alarm bell when they saw this bag of like sand, clay looking stuff in my suitcase. So if you want to avoid getting held up at security, maybe that's not the best idea. Oh, some airports, if you're traveling with a dog, do have like a pet relief area. It's a little room with like fake grass where you can let them go to the bathroom, I'm pretty sure. So Google whatever airport you're going to be at and if they have one of those, so you can be prepared with that as well. That's, I think, more so for dogs than cats. I think if we needed to take our cats, we probably would have taken them into like a family restroom if we could find one of those so that it could be quiet. We don't want people around, obviously, when we're taking our cats out to go to the bathroom. Luckily, we didn't have to do that, though, so that was good. That's just kind of planning for worst case scenario. Another thing would be the length of your flight, obviously. So our flight, we made sure to book a direct flight. Didn't want to have any layovers. You know, normally we're fine with layovers if it's just us, but the cats with us, just one nonstop flight is going to be the easiest, most stress-free way to travel with them. You know, calculate the amount of time that you're gonna have your cats with you and make sure you plan accordingly. I would say if it's like 10 hours or under, you're probably gonna be fine. Cats can hold their pee and poop for a while if they're in a carrier, and you know, maybe bring a little bit of food with you if you can, a travel water bowl, but our cats didn't end up needing any of that. As soon as we got to the apartment, we set up a litter box for them and we fed them and gave them water. So when you get to the airport, you will likely need to check in at the front desk of your airline. So that's what I have had to do for both of my pet flying experiences, both with Delta and Alaska Airlines. You check in, there is usually about a $100 fee that you have to pay there at the gate for each of your pets. After you've checked in, the next step is to go through security, which is always the fun part, even if you're not flying with pets. But with pets, this is going to be the hardest part of your whole travel day, most likely. And for this, you have to take the pet out of its carrier to go through security, because as you know, all of your carriers, your bags, your shoes, all your belongings go through this metal detector, and of course you can't put a pet through that. So while their carrier goes through that machine, you have to hold the cat in your arms. So we put harnesses on all three of our cats so that we'd be able to, you know, keep a hold of them. Because what you don't want to have happen is for your cat to go flying out of your arms running through a crowded airport. You don't want that to happen. So right before we left for the airport, before we put them in their carriers, we went ahead and put their harness on them so that they would have it on there when we went through security. And then once you're through security, you could take it off if they're uncomfortable. But that's the trickiest part. Once you're done with that, once we got through security, I breathed a sigh of relief. Once you get on the plane, you have to put the carrier underneath the seat in front of you. During takeoff and landing, they have to be under the seat in front of you. Most airlines will say you have to keep them under the seat in front of you the whole time. Once we were up in the air and the seatbelt sign went off, we put the carriers on our lap. So I had Heidi in my lap, B was just in the seat in the middle, and then Nathan was sitting in the aisle seat with Tala in his lap. We just kept the carriers on our laps just so the cats could feel a little bit better being closer to us. And the flight attendants were totally fine with it. They even came over and were asking us about the cats and stuff. They didn't mind us having them in our laps. But some airlines might be sticklers about that. I'm not sure. The cats, I haven't even really talked about how the cats were this day, but the cats were amazing. They were such angels the whole time. Now, some people have asked me if we used any kind of anti-anxiety medication for them. We didn't. We didn't feel that it was necessary. We already knew that Tala and Heidi fly really well. They're very chill. We hadn't flown with Bee before, but she's not a very anxious cat, so we really weren't worried about any of them. If that is something you want to consider, definitely talk to your vet. Your vet can tell you what the options are. But that is how we flew with our three cats on a plane in the air. So I'll link below the two carriers that we did really like. I would say this pink one is probably my personal favorite just because it has the zippered pocket and the collapsible bowl, and it's just a really good size. I like all the windows. Tala seemed to really like all the windows in that. And this one was really good too. This was the one that we had Bee in, and she liked it. It was a good size for her, and this is a good one I would say if you have a bigger cat. I recommend this one. This is the Jez Pet. If you have any questions or if I left anything out, definitely be sure to comment below and I will get back to you. But I think that's all. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and end the vlog here because I think it's been quite long at this point. Thank you so much for watching this vlog and for following me along on this move. It's been really fun documenting the whole process with you guys, and yeah, it's made the whole process a lot more enjoyable, to be honest, because I've really been enjoying filming these vlogs and just kind of savoring the moments. Even though it's been very hectic and crazy, I've just been enjoying sharing it with you guys. It's made the whole process a lot more fun. So thank you for being here and watching my videos. I'll leave my previous moving vlogs linked down below if you want to catch up on those. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you've not already, and I will talk to you very soon in my next video. Bye!